So investigators can help with the process, because if I understand correctly, we connect to our seller center. With it, we connect to seller investigators, and then, as I mentioned, there's a free audit, which first you will show by auditing our account what exactly Amazon might owe us, like or they do us, I understand, and then you can kind of just tell us if you want you to get to work or not. I think that's what's interesting. You kind of just give that option also, as far as I recall, with the in the call with Lee. So like here's what we found. Like you can go and do it, or you can help. Like let us do it for you, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, the audit is one of the most valuable pieces of information that you can get to kind of understand how drastic is this issue with your store. I talk to a lot of sellers, small sellers that are just starting up and they're doing everything themselves, right through some of the largest sellers on Amazon who have literal departments of people dedicated to just their inventory management and reimbursements. And I will bet you a beer that there's not a
Nice.
single seller that has ever had a 100% clean audit. There's always something that has
Nice.
been missed or slipped through, and it is just no matter how good you think you are at staying on top of it, there's so much that goes into it, that stuff gets missed. And as a I guess to kind of I'll walk you through kind of the what to expect from the audit and the next uh, few weeks and months after that. When we first run the audit, what we do is we download a lot of reports from your store. We reconcile them against each other. We check all of the shipments. We check that against the reimbursements and the inventory ledger and the case history to see you know, what has been lost and identified and already claimed and reimbursed, what has been lost and identified, claimed for but not reimbursed, what's been lost and identified but not filed for. And we put all of this together to say, here's how much you have been losing from your business, and here's how much is still eligible to be filed for that you can get back. And those two numbers are not the same because there are claim windows on
Ooh.
when you must open the case with Amazon. So if you're selling in North America, there's a 9-month look back window for missing inbound shipments from the date that the shipment closes. So
Mm-hmm.
Amazon receives that shipment, January 1st. You have 9 months to open a case with them to say, hey, you made an error in receiving. Once you open that case, it can stay open forever. There's no time limit on how long it takes to go through the actual case processing. But that's for missing inbound.
Mm-hmm.
In North America, in Europe, that's only a 6-month look back window.
Mm.
To file a claim for your lost or damaged in the warehouse, that's only a 2-month look back window.
Oh.
The FBA overages is a 3-month or technically 90-day look back window. So all of these things you have to know so that you don't miss out on it. So when we do our audit, we can look back and say, all right, based on the last year and a half of data, you've been losing, let's just say it's, $5,000 to the lost and damaged category. But in the last 2 months, there might only be, $500 that can still be filed for because that is what is still eligible.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
But you could expect from that audit data, you're losing, what I say, $5,000 a year. So that over the next year, there
Interesting.
should be $5,000 in recovery available to you. So you can kind of figure it out and forecast and understand how much of your inventory or your revenue is being lost to Amazon. If you haven't been filing for reimbursements in the past, that audit is going to come back with a fairly large number because there's that look back window. And that is a great feeling when we can start bringing in a ton of money for sellers and sometimes it takes just days or weeks to get the majority of that look back window filed and reimbursed, like filed, approved by Amazon, and the money back into your seller central account. That's a huge cash flow a lot of sellers didn't realize they had available to them. And you can turn around and invest that right back into, your business, more product or marketing of your products and marketing of your listings, and nice little boost in sales from what a lot of sellers call free money. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they didn't know they were losing it, so if we can find it and get it back, it's free money in their pocket.
Nice, man. Also, I wanted to mention that once they're connected, like the sellers are connected to seller investigators, as you mentioned, the big chunk of revenue, if found, and most likely will be found, will come in after the free audit. Like there's going to be most of the cases that based on that date and time, seller investigators can tackle and hopefully get the money back, and that will be the majority of the maybe of the money. But with time, if we stay connected to the system of seller investigators constantly, you guys are monitoring, and if boom, like
Yep.
20 units lost, and you're able to kind of get them back, and if Amazon didn't do their own automatic reimbursements, then we're just gonna see like kind of all these cashbacks sort of in kind of thing coming back. And again, I would mention to our listeners, viewers, check out the link in the description. Try the free audit. It's an affiliate link. Means that if you ever do business with the guys, I'm going to get a little commission from that. There's no extra cost to you, the viewer, but in this way, you can support kind of the free content that I do here and these interviews. And I truly appreciate it. So again, it's in the description. There might be some offer plugged into that. There was some kind of coupon code in the past. I'll try to see if it's still active. I'll link in the description.